Hi all. Okay, so you're gonna see me do this a lot because of the fact that I don't really like my haircut. All right. So I've got something to talk about. There's several things to talk about, but let's talk about what just happened. So this morning I got up. I was thinking, hey, I don't have a meeting until 11. So, I took more time and just, did my thing. And then it gets to be 10, I get a text from a client saying, I guess we have to reschedule. And I looked at my calendar and I was like, shit, this was supposed to be at 10. So I texted him back and I said, I'm so sorry. I usually look at my calendar in the morning and I didn't this morning. I had in my head that it was 11. I apologize. And he's just like, can we reschedule for 2 or 4 today? And I was like, we can reschedule for 2. That's fine. And that's all I've heard from him. I've apologized a couple times during the conversation, not like after, because that would look crazy. But he didn't respond. So I'm like, oh my God, like this client's angry and blah, 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 right? I'm very tired. I'm not sleeping well. Take a sleep test. Anyway, so in a situation like this, normally my reaction would be to get angry at myself, like really angry at myself. It would be something that I would hang on to, and I'd beat myself up with it during the day and, for a while after. But, as that kind of started closing in, I reminded myself, I looked at my hand and I was like, oh, but wait, is that one? This one. I kind of like it on this finger better, but they didn't have a half a size, so I couldn't get it for this finger. Anyway, so I looked at my ring and I was like, wait a second, I'm married to myself and I'm not going to treat myself that way. So I didn't even begin with beating up myself. Although I was angry at myself, but I recognized that this was something different that I need to do. Like I need to do this whole journey, right, is about doing things differently and how you have the ability to choose to do that. Oh, so puffy. We all do. Even if you feel like you don't, you do. I know, because I didn't feel like I did for a very long time. And I really wish that I had known that you could. I just didn't know how else to react to things. Anyway, the point is that, so I was trying to figure out, okay, how can I best react to this? Because I feel like not getting angry at myself, I feel like not being upset is tantamount to me not caring, and being irresponsible, and I don't know. It just feels, it feels weird. It feels like I should be upset because to punish myself. That is punishing myself. Okay. Because if I did something, even by accident, completely by accident, I didn't do it on purpose. I feel bad about it. But not, it's just weird. Like if I choose not to get upset about this, not to hold on to it, not to beat myself up about it, it's a very weird feeling because it feels like I should be. It really feels like, well, okay, this means that, it means that you're irresponsible and you don't care that, you might have screwed things up with this client, or not that I really screwed things. I made him angry and probably lower his opinion of me and the company, but I don't know that for sure, right? It's a pretty safe assumption, but I don't know it for sure. And it's this weird feeling of like, part of me is like, yeah, let's just be okay. Let's just release it and be okay. It's comfortable. And the other part of me is like, no, that is wrong. That is bad. So I am working on loosening it, but I can actually feel it almost like it's like I'm holding my hand here, or my energetic hand or whatever here, and like not letting that feeling that I actually feel back here, not allowing that to be everything. Someone's ringing the doorbell. Not allowing that to be everything. And that's the challenge I'm coming up with right now. I just kind of texted Robin, and I mentioned, I told her what was going on, and she's just like, typical thing, like, are you sure? Do you know that this is the case? And it's like, no, I don't know for sure. She's like, well then, basically, like, just put it down. Like, don't pick it up. And you didn't do it on purpose. You said you're sorry. You've rescheduled the appointment. You've done everything you can do. Don't, there's no reason to feel bad about it anymore, or to do anything to myself about it. It just feels it feels wrong, though. I have to say, I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not, I am working on not being angry and not feeling bad. I'm working on releasing this block I've put up for myself, so that the feeling of like everything's okay can inhabit me. And it's a strange feeling. It feels like, I don't know, yeah, it just feels like there's something that I should be doing, or something wrong that I need to be aware of, but it's not. That's not the case. Anyway, that's my thought for the day. I don't really know what else to say about that. There are other things going on that I will come on and talk about, but I try to individuate these things, even though it very often devolves into me rambling. Not rambling. Let's just be honest. Everything I say is interesting, but it devolves to it eventually usually goes to different subjects. So I'm going to try and keep this at one subject. So anybody out there who might be feeling similarly, I don't know, let's give it a go. You know what I mean? Let's just be good to ourselves. Right? That was the whole thing about this past Saturday, being good to myself. How would I treat someone who I loved and was married to in this situation? If they were like, oh, I messed this thing up, I would be really kind and understanding and compassionate and be like, what's the you've done everything you can. That's what I would be like. That's what I would say. You've done everything you can. You didn't mean to do it. You know what I mean? It just, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're a human being. You're a human being, and human beings make mistakes. This isn't even a huge one. So, but it's a good one to practice on. So, that's the idea that I'm going to leave you guys with. I am grateful for the experience. That's always sometimes a little hard to say, right? I'm grateful for the experience. Fine. But yeah, no, I'm grateful to have the opportunity to practice being okay even after I make a mistake. So that's what I'm working on, and I'm grateful for everything out there, and I will remind you guys that you can always choose to have a grateful day.